Start in Tadasana, in the mountain posture, and take a few moments to settle the breath, to bring the body to stillness. We're going to do a couple of sun salutations. Inhaling as we lift the arms, exhaling, folding forwards. We can allow the knees to bend to bring the hands to the floor. Inhale to the half forward bend. Exhale, full forward bend. Stepping back with the right foot into a runner's lunge, we'll hold this for a breath. You can place the right knee down or keep it lifted. Step back to downward facing dog, and again pausing for a breath or two, allowing the knees to bend slightly. Inhaling to come forwards to the raised plank. Exhaling, lowering down through 8-point contact. Inhaling, gentle cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Stepping forwards with the right foot on the next inhalation, pausing here in the runner for a breath. Step forwards with the left foot. Inhale to the half forward bend, lengthening up the front of the body. Exhaling, full forward bend. And inhaling as we lift all the way up with a straight back. Exhaling, bringing the hands back to the prayer position. Inhaling, raising the arms. Exhaling, folding forwards. Inhaling, half forward bend. Exhaling, full forward bend. Inhaling, left foot back, runner. Exhaling, right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale to the plank. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot forwards. Exhale, right foot forwards. Inhaling to the half forward bend. Exhaling, full forward bend. Inhaling, lifting all the way up. Exhaling, hands back to the heart center. One more time to each side. Inhaling, raising the arms. Exhaling, folding forwards. Inhaling, half forward bend. Exhaling, full forward bend. Right foot back, left foot back, forwards to the plank, lowering down, cobra, back to down dog, right foot forwards, lunge, left foot forwards, inhale to the half forward bend, exhaling, full forward bend, inhaling, lifting all the way up. Exhaling, hands back to the heart center. Left hand side. Inhaling as we lift. Exhaling as we fold forwards. Inhaling to the half forward bend. Exhaling, full forward bend. Inhaling, left foot back, runner. Exhaling, right foot back, down dog. Inhaling, plank. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling, cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Left foot forwards on the inhalation. Right foot forwards on the exhalation. Inhale to the half forward bend. Exhale, full forward bend. Inhale, lifting all the way up. We'll go into Surya Namaskara B. This one begins with Utkatasana chair posture. The chair posture as we inhale, exhaling, folding all the way forwards. Inhaling as we step back with the right leg, and we'll lift up to a raised runner. We'll pause here first time through. You can always keep the right knee on the floor for the raised runner. Exhaling into the downward facing dog. Inhaling, plank. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling, cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Stepping forwards with the right foot, and again lifting up to the raised runner, holding for a breath, and then we'll exhale as we step forwards with the left foot, And inhaling, we come back up through Utkatasana, stretching all the way up, hands back to the heart center. The left hand side, inhaling Utkatasana, exhaling forward bend, inhaling, stepping straight back with the left foot into the raised runner. If we can do that nice and smoothly, exhaling, stepping back down dog, inhaling plank, exhaling prone, inhaling cobra, exhaling down dog, left foot forwards and lifting up nice and smoothly to the raised runner, exhaling step forwards with the right foot, inhaling coming up through Utkatasana, exhaling hands to the heart center. And we'll do that one more time to each side in your own time. Stepping back with the right foot to the raised runner. Lowering down to 8-point contact, prone, inhaling cobra, exhaling down dog. Right foot forwards, lifting up to raised runner. Coming back up through Utkatasana. Finally, left hand side. Inhale through Utkatasana, exhale, forward fold. Left foot back, lifting up into the raised runner. Back to down dog. Plank to the prone position. Cobra to down dog. Left foot forwards to finish. Exhaling, right foot forwards. Bending at the knees, lowering the seat, lifting to Utkatasana, straightening the legs, hands back to the prayer position. And we'll pause here, allowing the heart to slow, allowing the breath to slow. So we're going to come back to Utkatasana, chair posture. We'll hold this, bending at the knees, upper body fairly upright, and then moving into an Utkatasana twist. Turning the body to the left. If you can, bringing the elbow around and the hands together into the heart position, or just keep one hand on the knee, the other on the hip. Coming back through the center, if you can, keeping the legs bent. Utkatasana twist to the right. Back to the center. Lift the arms, straighten the legs. Fold forwards. And then we're stepping back with both feet to downward facing dog. Pausing in downward facing dog. Again, settling the breath. Breathing into the rib cage. Exhaling, drawing the navel to the back of the spine. So we're coming forwards once more to a plank, and we'll hold the plank for a moment. And now coming into side plank. Feet on top of each other. You can do this with the right knee on the floor to be a little bit easier. Back to the plank and then over to the opposite side, side plank on the left. Trying to keep the body as straight as possible. Maybe looking up past the thumb to the ceiling. And then right hand down, back to the plank position, pausing for a moment. And then we'll lower down, come up to the cobra position, push back to downward facing dog. Again, pausing in downward facing dog, just checking the position of your feet, of your hands. And lifting the right leg, bending at the knee, taking the knee out to the side as though you're stretching your foot over to the left. And then straighten the leg out, hips level, pushing away through the toes, high as you can, and then stepping forwards with the right foot to the right hand. We're going to come up to a warrior one. Left heel down. Start with the leg straight. And then we bend the right knee over the heel. Bring the core to face forwards. Raise the arm, pressing down to the outer edge of the back foot. Holding in Virabhadrasana 1. And then we straighten the leg and we fold forwards to a variation of the pyramid posture. You can keep the hands on the shin. If you had 2 bricks, you could use those here. You can also allow the front leg to bend a little bit if you need to get the hands down to the floor. And then lowering down into a lunge. If we bring the right hand inside the right foot, bending the elbows, lowering as far as is comfortable for you. If you can, you're bringing the hands together and the forehead onto the thumbs. You can have the left knee on the floor or push away through the left heel. Lifting back up, stepping back to downward facing dog, so we can repeat all that on the other side. So lifting the left leg, bending at the knee, taking the up towards the ceiling, the left foot over towards the right hand side, nice twist. And then stretch the left leg out, hips level, and swing the left leg forward. Once more coming up to warrior one. Come up with a straight leg to begin with, hips level, facing the front of the mat. Any adjustments you need to the back foot. Bend the left knee over the heel, raise the arms, pressing down through the outer edge of the right foot. Straighten the front left leg, fold forwards into the variation of Parshvottanasana, pyramid posture. And then bending at the knee, left hand inside the left foot, lower down as far as is comfortable for you. Try and keep a straight back. Back knee can be lowered or raised. Let's pause in the full lunge. Lift up, step back, downward facing dog. And then we're going to bring both feet forwards to the hands. You can do this by stepping forwards with the feet or by taking a little bunny hop. Inhale to the half forward bend, exhale full forward bend, and inhaling as you lift all the way up. Coming back to Tadasana. So turning to the side, we're going to come into a triangle posture, taking the feet about legs length apart. Turn the left foot out to the end of the mat. Stretch out that left arm as though somebody's pulling away on your arm. Folding over. You can bring the left hand down onto the shin or keep it inside the leg into a T shape. Upper body rotating back to the right. Looking forwards, or if you're happy with your balance, turning head to look up to the ceiling. From Trikonasana to Parivrtta Trikonasana, a revolved version of the triangle. We turn to have the hips facing to the left. We can bring the right foot to the floor. You can put this onto a brick if you have one. And then rotating the body to the left, raising the left arm. Stacking the shoulders, stacking the arms. Left hand comes down, Coming back to the upright position, turning the feet to the right. So triangle posture to the right. Lengthen out the right waist, folding over the right hip. Just being aware of both legs straightening, knees rotating outwards towards the little toes on both feet. Upper body rotating to the left. And then Parivrtta Trikonasana, hips turning to the right, left hand to the floor, rotating the body to the right, lifting the right arm last. You can always keep the upper arm down on the hip joint if you have any issues with your shoulder. Back to the upright position, we're going to come into Parsvakonasana, so take the feet a little bit wider. Begin to the left this time, so left foot comes around the ends of the mat. Left forearm on the left thigh, rotate the body, bring your upper arm up and over. You can keep the forearm on the knee, or if you can, you could reach down the outside of the leg with that hand. Again, if you had a brick, you could bring the hands down onto the brick or onto a pile of books. And we're going to come into the revolved version of Parivrtta, of Parsvakonasana. We can bring the right knee to the floor, facing to the end of the mat, rotating your body to the left. If you can, you're bringing the elbow outside the knee, bringing the hands together once more to the heart. Back leg may be stretched out, or right knee can stay on the floor. Lifting back up, we'll do this to the right hand side, so side angle posture to the right, right forearm on the leg, raising the left arm. You can keep the arm vertical or bring it forwards. Try and keep a bit of space around the neck, maybe lowering the right hand to the floor. Nice stretch all the way down from the fingertips to the outside of the left foot. Coming into the revolved version of side angle posture, bring the left knee down, rotate the body to the right. You can always keep the left hand on the knee, right hand on the hip if you can't bring the hands together comfortably at the heart center. Pushing away through the left heel, or keep the left knee on the floor. Lifting back up, we'll come next into a wide-legged forward bend. Feet parallel. Bringing the hands down to the floor under the shoulders. We can pause there, we can stay in this position, or folding further into the forward bend. Bringing the hands back, maybe the fingertips level with the toes, maybe further back. Maybe we can bring the top of the head to the floor. Try and keep the chest as open as possible. Maintaining the breath all the way. Hands come forwards again, back under the shoulders, then to the hips, and then lifting back to the upright position. Come back to the front of the mat. So one more vinyasa. We'll inhale, raising the arms. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, half forward bend. Exhale, full forward bend. Stepping back with both feet to down facing dog. And then we want to come all the way down. So we'll just pause for a moment and then knees down. And we'll just do a dolphin posture while we're here. So we can keep the elbows under the shoulders, bring the hands together. You can allow the top of the head to come down if you wish, to lengthen out the back of the neck. Lowering the knees and then lowering all the way down into a prone position for a locust posture So bring the hands back along the sides of the body, and we'll lift one leg at a time. So we'll start with the right leg. Keeping the leg straight, pointing away through the toe, lowering the right leg, lifting the left leg. Lowering the left leg, once more to each side, lifting the right leg, pushing away through the toes, trying to keep the feet pointing down, try not to rotate the leg. Lifting the left leg. Just holding for a breath or two and then lowering. And then we'll come into a variation on Shalabhasana, lifting both legs, both hands pointing back, raising the arms, lifting the front of the body, and then lowering back down. Push back to all fours, and we're going to come into a king pigeon posture, bringing the right foot forwards first. The right knee behind the right hand, right foot behind the left hand, right knee behind the right hand. Come into the upright position, and then we bring the left forearm down to the floor with a revolved version of the pyramid, of the pigeon posture. You can bring the right hand just back to the right knee, or maybe you can bring it all the way behind the body to take hold of the right foot. Come back to the central position, drawing the arms back, lifting the chest, and then folding forward, stretching the arms out, lengthening over the front knee. Bringing the body to stillness. We'll try that on the other side. So come back to all fours, and then we'll bring the left knee forward somewhere behind the left hand, left foot somewhere behind the right hand. Walking back with the right foot, lifting the upper body. Push back through that right big toe. And then into the revolved version, bring the right forearm to the floor. Left hand could just stay on the left knee as you rotate the body, or we might bring that arm behind and see if you can take hold of the left foot, rotating the upper body to the left. Come back to the center, lift the upper body, a couple of breaths here, and then lowering down, stretching forwards with the arms, stretching forwards over the left knee. Resting in each posture for as long as you want. And we'll push back through all fours to a child posture, and we'll pause in Balasana. You can keep the arms stretched out in front, or you could bring the arms back along the sides of the body. Allowing the body to come back to stillness, allowing the heart rate to slower, allowing the breath to slow. Lifting out once more, pushing back through all fours to downward facing dog. And then we could try a little hop forwards with the feet, crossing the feet and sitting back, stretching the legs out. Coming into staff posture, Dandasana. Legs strong, feet pulling back, pushing away through the heels. Raise the arms, upright version of Dandasana, and then hands to the floor, pushing forwards towards Paschimottanasana. Breathe in, lift back up, raise the arms, lift the chest. Breathe out, bring the hands to the floor, push the hands forwards towards the feet, maybe they go a little bit further forwards. One more time, inhaling, lifting the arms. Dandasana, exhaling, bring the hands back down, stretch forwards. You can always bend the knees a little bit to help you with the forward folds. You could use a strap here or just keep the hands somewhere on the floor either side of the legs. Or you might be able to take hold of the sides of the feet. Again, pausing in the forward bend. And then lifting back up through Dandasana, bringing the legs overhead and back behind you into the plow posture, Halasana. Toes might reach the floor, or you might just keep the legs horizontal. Trying to straighten the legs out, interlacing the fingers. And then bringing the legs back down to the floor. Bend the legs at the knees to help you so you don't strain the back. And then we bring the feet to mat's width, bent legs, and we'll do a little bit of windshield wiping, taking the knees either side. A little bit of work on the hip joints. Stretch the arms out to the sides, or bring the arms into the goalpost position. Knees into the chest, lift back up to the seated position. We'll come into a twist, so we'll come into the half-seated twist. Right foot outside left leg, left heel to right hip, or keep that left leg stretched out, rotating to your right. As usual with the twists, inhale, lifting up through the spine, exhaling, maybe a little bit extra twist, looking over your right shoulder. We'll come back through the cow face posture, so if you can bring the right foot further back to the hip, otherwise leave it where it is. And then we're taking the right elbow up, left elbow down. If you can't hook the fingers together, you just grab hold of your shirt. And then we'll do the other side. So stretching the legs out, and this time we'll place the right foot outside the left leg. Sorry, left leg outside the right leg. Right foot to left hip, rotating to your left. Turning to look over the left shoulder. Breathing into the twist. Come back to face the front. If you can, bring the left foot a little bit further back towards the right hip, raising the left elbow, right elbow down and back behind you, cow face posture. And then stretching legs out once more, we'll come into Navasana boat posture. So sit upright, bring the hands behind the knees, lift the legs so you can come halfway, stretch the arms out, or maybe straighten the legs into the full boat posture. Hold for a few breaths. And then crossing the feet, come forwards, breathing into the abdomen to remove any tension. And we'll do that a couple more times. So we can come into the half boat, we can keep the hands behind the knees, or we can take the hands out to the sides, straighten the legs, push away through the balls of the feet. Keep the chest lifting. Once more. Cross the feet at the ankles, lean forwards, breathing into the abdomen. We can take a rest here, or maybe try that one more time. If you keep a smile on the face, that just keeps the tension out of the jaws. And then releasing, we'll finish this portion with a dynamic bridge posture. Pressing down through the feet, raising the pelvis as you inhale, taking the arms up and back behind you. Exhaling, lowering the spine to the floor, arms back down to the sides. Inhaling, lifting up, taking the arms up and back behind you. Exhaling, lowering down, arms back to the sides. One more time, inhaling as you take the arms back, holding the lift, pressing down through the feet, trying to get as much lift in the hips as you can. Breathing into the upper chest and then lowering back down. Just pause, bring the knees into the chest, hug the knees into the chest. And then one more bridge. This time we'll keep the arms down by the sides, pushing the fingertips away. Interlacing the hands under the body if you can, bring the shoulders a little closer together, keep the chin lifting. If you're able to, bring the hands up under the pelvis to cradle the pelvis. And at this point we could try lifting the right leg, pointing up to the ceiling, giving a little bit more lift. Right foot down, try that with the left foot, maybe it's an option. And then the final extra option, we can come from the raised left leg up to a half shoulder stand. Same position for the body, supporting the weight of the legs through the hands, through the arms, through the elbows, feet flex, toes over the forehead. And then maybe we can lower the feet back down into the bridge posture. Lowering back down. Hugging the knees once more into the chest. So finally we'll come into Supta Dandasana. Or rather, first of all we'll do a knee hug, hugging the right knee into the chest, stretching out through the left heel. And then to the left side, stretch out the right leg, hugging the left knee into the chest, pushing way through the right heel. And then hug both knees into the chest, and then we'll come into the Supta Dandasana. Stretch both arms away from you, bring the legs up, and then we'll try a little stomach strength for lowering the left leg, keeping the right leg raised. Lift the left leg, lower the right leg. So we'll try that a couple more times, so alternately keeping one leg pushing up to the ceiling, lowering the other as low as you are able to, keeping the lower spine pressed into the mat. So we're using the core muscles here to support the lowering leg. If you feel the pelvis starting to tilt forwards, bring that leg back up. And then finally see if you can lower both legs together, just as far as, again, you are able to without allowing the pelvis to tilt forwards. And then we can bring legs back to the upright position, hug the knees into the chest. And then we'll come into Shavasana. So we'll hold Shavasana for a few minutes and then finish with some pranayama. If you wish, stay in Shavasana as long as you wish. Just allowing the body to settle. Feet a little bit wider than hips width apart. Arms a little away from the sides of the body. Relaxing the palms of the hands. Relaxing the muscles of the face. Relaxing the lower jaw. Allowing the breath to slow and come back to a natural rhythm, no longer trying to shape or control the breath. Awareness of the body coming to complete stillness. Just awareness of the weight of the body pressing lightly down into the floor. And the whole body fully supported, allowing all the muscles of the body to completely relax, releasing all tension. So we'll start to stretch out the body. Do stay in Shavasana longer if you wish, but otherwise we're going to slowly ease out of Shavasana and come back to a comfortable seated position, taking your own time. And then we'll finish the session with some breath control pranayama. We're going to practice Nadi Shodana, alternate nostril breathing. Sitting on a folded blanket if that's more comfortable. And just pause for a little while just to resettle, maybe practice some Ujjayi breathing. Relaxing the muscles of the face, breathing through the nostrils. So bringing the right hand into Vishnu Mudra, we're going to begin by inhaling through the left nostril, closing the right nostril with the thumb. We'll breathe in for a count of 4, and then breathe out through the right nostril for a count of 4. Breathing in through the right nostril for a count of 4. Breathing out through the left nostril for 4. Repeat this 3 more times. Inhale through the left nostril. Exhaling through the right nostril. Inhaling through the right nostril. Exhaling through the left nostril. Inhaling through the left nostril. Exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Exhaling through the left. Inhaling through the left. Exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right, exhaling through the left. The next round with breath retention. So inhaling through the left and then close both nostrils and we'll hold the in-breath for 4. And then exhaling through the right nostril. Inhaling through the right nostril and again closing both nostrils, holding the in-breath for a count of 4. And exhaling through the left nostril. So repeat that 3 more times. Inhaling for 4. Holding for 4. Exhaling for 4. So practicing Nadi Shodana with breath retention in your own time. Keeping the breath nice and smooth and flowing. It's a silent breath. We're not using an ujjayi breath here. And each time you hold the in-breath, focus on the energy being held in the area of the heart. Focusing too on that sense of stillness in the body and in the mind. We'll finish with an inhalation to the left nostril and hold, and then bringing both hands down and sitting quietly, experiencing the effects of the pranayama on the body and on the mind. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi.